Good afternoon, fellow Nerfers. Today, the second blaster in the Alien Menace line, the Incisor. Stay tuned. Alien Menace Incisor comes with everything you see here. The blaster itself, 20 gray with purple tip darts, and a set of directions. Okay guys, the Alien Menace Incisor is a battery-powered, semi-automatic flywheel blaster, and it is powered by 4 AA batteries. So to install the batteries, here's how you do it. Just take this screw off right here, remove the battery cover, insert the batteries, place the tray, tighten down the screw, you're good to go. Okay, the paint scheme is basically the same as the Ravager. You'll notice that there is a lot of orange, white, dark gray, and the see-through purple accents, which really tend to make this blaster look like it's actually from another world. A couple of the things that I'm a little worried about is the sight line. Obviously with this raised part up here that looks like a spine, and where the barrel is located, you're typically going to look over the top of this, which is actually going to cause your shots to looks like be about 3 or 4 inches lower than you anticipate. But we'll get to more of that when I go to range test. So to load the Incisor, simple. It's got a 20-round drum, and you simply take your darts and you manually loose load them in by sliding them in through here. I've loaded every one except 2 just to show you, and let's say you had more to do, you just simply rotate the barrel manually. Okay, moving on to the hand grip assembly down here. You'll have the rev switch as well as the trigger, and there is actually plenty of room for your hand depending on however big it is. There's plenty of room down here for extra fingers and plenty of room here in the front, so it's quite comfortable. The blaster itself is actually a very heavy blaster, I would say, as opposed to most. Being able to use this foregrip up here actually balances the weight quite nicely. Alright, that'll do it for the overview of the Incisor. I'm really excited to get this thing outside and unleash its fury, so let's go outside. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the deal. 20, 30, and 40 feet. Let's shoot the Incisor and see how we do. I'm going to start it at 20. Alright, before we get too far into this range test, I just want to make you guys aware I pretty much got some pretty high winds today. So if you see the darts veering off to the left or right dramatically, it could be affected by that. Alright, here are the chronograph test results. We took 20 shots for testing purposes. We had a high shot of 72 feet per second, a low shot of 64 feet per second, and a 20 shot average of 69 feet per second, right in line with regular elite averages. Alright, going over the cons of the Incisor. Of course, the sight lines for aiming, like I pointed out in the weapon breakdown. 2, it's an extremely long trigger pull to actually fire a dart, and if you don't pull it right, you're going to get a jam. Jams are easy to clear, but they are time consuming. And 3, of course, loading a drum and manually rotating it is not the most efficient way to do it. Alright guys, and finally we're going to shoot 20 coming at you from 40 feet. Alright, going over the Incisor pros, I actually felt that the power was decent. Even though the chrono came in right at what the normal elite ranges were, it definitely felt like it had some power behind the shots. The large hand grip area was a major plus in this blaster. It was extremely comfortable, and the front foregrip provides a nice balance when you're actually holding the blaster with 2 hands. Alright guys, it's time to go over my overall opinion of the Incisor, and as you guys know, we do a 5-star rating in 5 different categories to come up with an average rating. So you can either decide to leave the blaster or buy it. So let's start with cost. The average retail for this blaster is $39.99. I think that's a little bit high because I do think for the money there are other blasters on the market that are actually cheaper and perform just as well. So I'm going to go with a midway rating on that and give it a 2.5 stars. Firepower, even though this came in at 69 feet per second based on the chrono rank, and that's right in line with elite averages, I actually felt like this blaster shot pretty hard. So that's a great feeling when you feel like you're actually, you got some power behind your shots, even though it might not actually be any different than any of the other blasters. But for that, in a 20-round capacity, I'll give it a ranking of a 4. If this was maybe a magazine-fed blaster, I might have rated that a little bit higher. Customization, I'm going to give it a little bit above average because you do have 3 tactical sling mounts, and you also have a nice sturdy foregrip on here to make the blaster very balanced. So I think a 3 rating is more than fair. Easy use. It's pretty straightforward blaster. Just, grab it with 2 hands, grab the trigger, and pull the trigger to fire. The drum is where I'm going to deduct a few points because loading is really just a pain in the butt. I know I've gone over this a couple times, but you have a piece blocking the feature here and a piece here and a piece here. So you only have a small little window on both sides to actually load, and then you have to manually rotate it, which is very time consuming. Quality, the blaster actually feels like you're actually holding on to a nice piece of weaponry. It's very solid, very sturdy, and overall I would say the quality is very good. But the way they design the sight lines for where you're shooting and drum is what's going to make it go down a point in my book. So if you add those 5 up and divide by 5, you're going to come out to a 3.6 rating. Alright, my overall recommendation would be, I would say it's a buy if you can pick this blaster up cheaper than $39.99. Go ahead and do that. If you're going to pay full retail, I might look somewhere else because there's some cheaper options that perform just as well. So that'll about do it for my review of the Nerf Alien Menace Incisor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, show me a little support, and give me a like. And I'll tell you what, if you didn't like the video, hey man, I don't shy away. Hit that thumbs down button if you're really not happy. But either way, I'm glad you guys came and stopped by and watched. So from our family to yours, have a wonderful day, everybody. Keep shooting.